director and editor Tommy Pepper, producer Annalise Lee, DP Marlo Haddock, production designer Kate Collister, mentor John Nelson, and peer mentor Riley Hastings. Congratulations on this very important piece. It takes on something incredibly hard to portray, guilt and grief within a family, while still feeling loving and human. Before we dive in, can each of you share a word or a phrase that captures what this film taught you?
It taught me closure.
Taught me growth, healing.
It taught me connection.
Sure.
I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, Jay's Corner Deli, Orchid Dynasty, Sugar House Coffee, Q Nail Salon, JLJ Law Group, Jasmine Beauty Supply, Top Nails and Hair Beauty School, Academy for Math, Engineering, and Science, and Promise to Life. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. We couldn't have done it without you.
Amazing involvement from the community to get this work done. It obviously touches a lot of people. I'm sure people in this room as well. This film moves back and forth in time between the oratory competition and Lunar New Year, but it never feels confusing. Tommy, how did you work to make those transitions emotional instead of chronological?
Yeah, great question. So I based off the events off each other. So the last time that we see the past, it's them arguing. And then the last time we see the present, it's them arguing, but the power dynamic is switched. So in the past, it was the mom yelling at the kid, but in the present, it was the kid yelling at the mom. And it was really showing us your ability to feel angry, to feel sad, to feel happy, and for it to not be healthy, to keep that in, keep that bottled, especially for young Vietnamese Americans.
Thank you. Marlo, the Lunar New Year scenes are vibrant and warm, and then the oratory scenes feel almost sterile and cold. How did you use color and lighting to track ties in your world?
So, to me, I think one of the most powerful tools in filmmaking is color. And so, we actually worked together a lot on making sure that there was visual metaphor throughout the entire film. And so, before and after Tony's death, there's different motifs of separation, and there might even be a missing third of the frame. But for the Lunar New Year scene and the oratory final scene, we wanted to show that stark contrast between having that warmth and relationship in your life versus losing it, and the, juxtaposition between those two different realities. And so, yeah, I'm really proud of how it turned out, and I think that we used that color theory and that warmth and that coolness to really portray the feelings that Ty was going through. And so, yeah.
Thank you, Marlo. Kate, you had to stage both a crowded family celebration and the quiet isolation of the school. What choices did you make to visually represent those extremes?
Yeah, first I'd actually like to thank a friend of Tommy, Fabiola, wherever you are. Please stand up. I owe it to you. I was really excited to hear when Tommy offered for Fabiola to help me with this, because it would not have been done without her. But back to the question, sorry. With the crowded scene with the family, definitely we had to get so many props and stuff, and so it was if it felt full, it wasn't full enough for the scene. Also with Tony's bedroom, I was picking up so many scraps on the set from everyone around so we could just fill Tony's room to make it look disgusting. And it worked all out. But then with the school, that's where Fabiola really helped me the most, definitely, is because the school was so giant and we were filming in so many different parts of the school, where we'd be on one end and she'd be on the other end, and it was very, very hard. Even though we didn't have as many props, and I think that really does like tie into like the loss of Tony, definitely, with it being more empty, I'd say. But yeah, I think that's how we got it all done, and I'm really proud about it. And I'm really thankful for Fabiola, so yeah.
Big cast to manage with this production, tons of extras. What was your strategy for wrangling this size of crew?
Okay, so I basically tried to stay like organized but still flexible, and with how many extras we had, I made sure everyone knew when they'd be going up and what scenes they were in. And I also worked with Tommy and our assistant director Marilyn, thank you so much, to keep everything on schedule. And when changes came up in the schedule that were like not planned for, we made sure that we could all get through it together. And it did get hectic at times, but it was all worth it as everyone pulled together and made it work.
The final speech about cherishing our happy thoughts. It's heartbreaking in context. It's both denial, it's truth, it's coping mechanism. Tommy, what did that line mean to you when you wrote it?
Yeah, so Happy Thoughts is based off a true story. I based it off my uncle, Anthony Dang, who took his own life. He also had this tattoo on him called Happy Thoughts. And he put the tattoo on him to notify like anybody where it's even in the hardest times, remember your happy thoughts, because that's the best place where we are and that's where our memories reside. I wrote in that line to show people that to live in the moment, to care in the moment, but also when a tragedy like suicide happens, to try to move on and appreciate what you had with your family, and being able to release yourself of that guilt, that anger, that shame, that feeling, and being able to move on with love and prosperity and remembering the best of each other.
Now to our peer mentors, I'd love to hear from both of you on this question. What are the moments in your mentorship that you think your students will take out into the world?
I hope, if anything, people come from with this class is you really get what you put in with film, because it's something that you can get so ambitious and have all these crazy ideas and want to do all these crazy things, but it's really like, it's the work you put in will directly show on screen. And I think like this crew, it's like such a big project, and it's such like, it could be so difficult to, you know, like not execute as well, just because it's, you know, very like big, but it's also like very close and intimate and emotional. And I think this whole crew just like worked blood, sweat, and tears, like sleepless nights, just endless like editing days and like long shoot days, and I think it really, really paid off, and that's something you can see on screen.
Thank you. For those of you who aren't aware, peer mentors have already gone through this class, so they're paying it forward to the next generation. So thank you for being here, Riley. John, I'd love to hear from you too.
So I really hope that this class takes away the idea that art is meant to make you feel something, and that art can be used as a tool for healing and to really reflect on things that you have going on in your own life, things you might not have addressed in your own life, and that through art, through filmmaking, you can really explore that and kind of come to terms with it and have a real moment of healing.
Thank you.